Before I ever hop into a real match, there's one thing I always do, and that's warm up. This is the exact routine I've built over time to sharpen my aim, dial in my mechanics, and to get mentally locked in before I play ranked, scrims, or tournaments. In this video, I'm breaking down my full personal warm-up routine step by step, from the first edit drill to final 1v1s, so you can either copy it or tweak it to build your own version. If you've ever felt inconsistent, rusty, or like you can't hit your shots early game, this will change that completely. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we are on the best training map, the Mechanics V5 training map by Raiders 464. And the first thing we're going to go and do in my personal routine is go into the free build area. Now, when we're in the free build area, the main thing is we're going to slow down the speed to about 60%. And I'm just going to free build and work on things I normally can't do and just try and get those things to be more consistent. And here you're going to focus more on accuracy instead of speed, because once again, you are slowed down. So this is the perfect time to focus on consistency, accuracy, instead of speed. So for example, since I'm not good at quad edits, I can focus on my quad edits instead of just messing them up every time. I can focus on actually trying and getting them to a perfect range. Now, you can work on the things you're bad at, but also remember to free build with things you're already good at, just to keep your mechanics warmed up and everything. Basically, this is to warm them up before we go into any practicing and stuff like that. All right, and once you do that for about 5 minutes, we are going to turn the speed up to about 110 to 120%. Now here, we're going to just do regular free building. You should be a lot fast. It should be a lot faster than the 60%. It's double the speed. So it's going to be harder to edit and actually get stuff done. But the goal here is to now focus on speed, but try and keep some consistency or accuracy up. Remember, edit timing is one of the most important things, and crosshair placement, so focus on those as well. And after you do that for about 5 minutes, you're going to reset this, and you're actually going to turn this down to the regular speed, and now you're going to just crank in the regular speed. Also, if you guys are having edit timing issues, which I know a lot of players are, if you play on keyboard and mouse, I'm pretty sure you can do this on controller too. Go to your actual keybinds, scroll down, and where it says edit, building edit, mine is usually G, so I'm going to put my G on the second keybind in select building edit. So what that does is every time I press the edit key once, it will flicker on and off so that you can only edit as soon as you click on it. If you don't automatically click on it, then it'll just flicker, and so it's really good for getting your edit timing down. This is better if edit on release is on. So yeah, now you just free build for about 5 minutes and just work on stuff, just common mechanics and whatnot, just to get more warmed up than you already are. All right, now that I've done this for about 15 minutes, I did 5 minutes on the slow, 5 minutes on the fast, and 5 minutes on the regular speed. Now what we're gonna do is actually come into the edit category. Now the edit category is perfect. You can do these for edit timing. This is specifically good for edit timing, and same with those walls. But I personally don't like doing these because they're pre-made, and it's just not my personal preference. But I'm gonna come over here, and what we're gonna do now is work on our crosshair placement. And I'm gonna try and get about 100 of these done. It should say in the left side of your screen how many reps you've done. And so we're gonna do about 100 reps of these. The main focus here, once again, is crosshair placement and trying to get that edit timing down and making it look as smooth and concise as possible. Remember, speed is not the thing you're going for here. It's consistency as well as accuracy. Once you get consistency down and your accuracy down, your gameplay will be a lot more fast, and it kind of just builds itself when you're more consistent. Not only does crosshair placement help with your editing, it also helps with your building, your aim, everything. So when you take shots, your crosshair will be in the spot that it's supposed to be instead of aiming at the ground. All right, once you do it about 100 times, you can do it more if you like. That only took me about 3 minutes. Then we're gonna actually come back here and we are going to go to peace. Now, piece control, there are 24 different scenarios that you can go through. I made a whole video on this a little bit ago about how to master piece control. But for me personally, I only do about 3 different scenarios every single day. So since it's the start of a new week, I'm going to start with 1, go to 2, and go to 3. Now, what you do is when you go to 1, you're going to want to do about 15 to 20 reps in each one. One you do, and it should tell you once again on the left side of the screen how many reps you have done. This way you can get a good amount of repetition in for each scenario, but it won't take you extremely long to do. And remember, it's all about consistency over speed. If you're boxing the bot, but you're not getting the full box around him, if you're only getting it like this, make sure you get the full box around him and then kill him. That way, your piece control is consistent. So once I do it about 10 to 15 times, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go to number 2. Now, once again, when you are doing piece control, you do not want to do the same exact thing over and over again. You want to try and mix it up and try different little things in it, different window edits, different peaks, even coming from like different angles. So for example, instead of going to the side this time, I'll come from behind. Just so you mix it up and get more consistent with different levels of piece control. Now, piece control is the most important mechanic in the game because once again, piece control takes everything from the game, every mechanic, aim, editing, building, predicting, all of that, and puts it into one thing. So once again, make sure you guys are really focusing on your piece control because it will determine how your fights and games play out. You can't even do 4 piece. It's a little bit harder, but it's also good to learn. Once you do 10 reps of this, once again, you'll go to the 3rd one. I'm not going to show you the 3rd one just because I know you guys want this to be a shorter video, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. There is also peak practice and timers, so if you need either one of those to do, then you can, and you can change the bot health to whatever you want. Now, we're going to come back here, and we are actually going to go to aim. Now, for aim, there once again is a lot of different routines, and once again, there is a lot of different weapons you can use for your aim. So you can literally practice every weapon from every game mode in here. And what I recommend doing is practicing on 3 aiming things you are not good at, and then practicing 1 you are already good at. So for example, if you're good at wall replace, you'll play the wall replace. And what you do wall replace, and you just kill the bot, and you do this 10 to 12 times once again. Just so that you get your good things a little bit better than they already are. Once again, when you're editing on the opponent, don't do the same edit over and over again. Do different edits just to keep it more confusing for the opponent. This one's really good because it helps practice your actual aim and your piece because the bot moves. You're going to want to go for 1 pumps here, but sometimes you won't be able to hit 1 pumps. So yeah. Once again, after you do this to about 10 to 15 times, you're going to come back. And now you're going to pick 3 different things you are not good at. So for example, if I'm bad at airbot, I'm going to practice airbot. And this will just practice my aim and if I can even hit the bot, stuff like that. Make sure you're using a weapon that you use a lot in the game for this. So I don't really play regular ranked PR right now, so me using this AR is not really going to be helping me as much. Maybe if I use like a common AR from like Reload or something like that, that might help me out more. Main goal here is to just practice the things you're already bad at and hopefully get them a little bit better every single day. Once I kill it about 10 to 15 times, once again, you're going to come back and you're going to pick another thing to do. Once again, you only have to do 4 of these, and make sure you're changing them up every single time you get on the game. Let's say I need to be good at close tracking, and let's say I want to change to an AR instead, and we're just going to do close tracking. And this will help with your micro adjustments when you're fighting someone in the box. You can also add your own movement into it so that it becomes more game realistic instead of you just sitting still. You can aim in, you can aim out, it doesn't matter what you do. But yeah, once again, you're gonna just focus on things you're bad at, and then you're gonna come back after you do that 10 to 15 times, and we're gonna do one more thing that I'm bad at. Let's just do sphere tracking. Once again, this type of stuff is hard to do, and if your sensitivity is too slow like mine, you can come into your settings once again, and you can mess around with your settings to find a good sense for you. I'm gonna go to probably about 46%. We're gonna see how this does. You just want to get a good sense once again so your aim is more consistent. Once again, once you're done with this, you should do it 10 to 15 times. You're going to come back, and you're going to come back again, and you're going to go back into the free build. Now, free build is all about implementing what you've learned over your warm-up and implementing them into the game. So if yours was piece control heavy, you're going to work on your piece control. So stuff like this, or doing side jumps into like piece control, stuff like that. You're going to want to implement what you practice that day. You also can work on, like, for example, my quad edits are really bad, so I'm going to work on my quad edits. And just stuff like that that you normally wouldn't work on, you're going to do that and work on the things you worked on in your practice warm-up today. And then free build, you should only have to do this for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long you want to do it and how warm your mechanics are. I've already done this routine once today, so I'm recording this for the second time today. That's why I'm not going through the full thing for you guys. After you are done with this, you can actually leave this map and you are going to be done with this map. Now, the next thing we're going to go to is 2v1 clutch realistics. This has to be my favorite thing to utilize after my little warm up. This helps you apply it into real games. So what you're going to do is ready up for 1v2 clutch realistics, and you're going to play out as many rounds as it takes to either win, get close to win, or you lose. And if you lose, then you queue up for another one. If you win, then you are ready to go into ranked or reload ranked. And that's my full warm-up routine, the same one I use every day to stay sharp, consistent, and ready for any fight in Fortnite. If you found this helpful or are going to try it out yourself, let me know in the comments. And if you want more tips, free drop maps, practice routines, or even a free coach to help you improve, join my Improvement Hub Discord. Links in the description. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and use code FLOWIN in the Fortnite item shop to help support the channel. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Peace, guys.